We've always been told that more grip equals better performance, right?
Right. It's the golden rule of athletic gear. Stickier is better. Better tires, better cleats.
But looking at this stack of biomechanics research we've got here, it seems like, well, that obsession with traction might actually be what's snapping our tendons.
It's what I call the stop on a dime myth. I mean, we see a non-contact injury and we blame fatigue or conditioning.
Sure, or just bad luck.
But the physics suggests the real problem isn't that the body is too weak. It's that the ground is, well, too strong.
Too strong. Because we've basically engineered the body's natural safety valve right out of the system?
We have, and it really just boils down to some pretty basic physics. The impulse momentum theorem.
Okay, so that's the whole delta P F def delta T tau. Force times time.
Simple as that. The change in your momentum equals the average force times the time you apply it.
So if you're an athlete running full speed and you have to stop or cut, that time variable, the delta T tau, gets really, really small.
It gets close to zero. And if it does,
the force just has to skyrocket to balance the equation.
And that's the force your ACL or your Achilles suddenly has to absorb. It has a limit.
I see. So if you think about, like, natural grass?
Exactly. A linebacker plants his foot to cut, the turf tears up, you get a divot.
That little slide, that tearing, that's actually buying you time.
It's extending the deceleration time just enough to keep that force from spiking. The ground takes the hit, not your knee.
But modern surfaces are engineered to do the exact opposite of that.
They're designed not to give way. And the worst offender from this research is something called slit film turf.
Okay, so how is that different from, say, monofilament turf?
Monofilament tries to mimic individual blades of grass. Slit film.
Yeah.
It's more like a wide ribbon that over time starts to fray.
Right. The research calls it fibrillation. The fibers split and create this balloon.
It's a web, a literal net of plastic fibers that mesh together on the surface.
And a cleat just gets tangled right up in that net.
Your foot is completely anchored, but your body, all 250 pounds of it, is still trying to rotate over the top of it.
And the injury stats on this are, they're pretty damning.
They are. We're talking a 38% higher rate of Achilles injuries on slit film compared to natural grass.
38%. That's not a rounding error. That's a huge, significant number.
It's the anchor effect. That kinetic energy has to go somewhere, and it's going right up the leg.
And, it's not just the ground, it's the footwear.
Oh, absolutely.
I was looking in this data on high-top basketball shoes, and it just totally flips the whole ankle supports story on its head.
The idea that they protect you. Yeah.
Well, this study showed they create a load rate on the Achilles of something like 46 body weights per second during a cut.
Compared to about 31 for a conventional low-traction shoe, that's a massive jump.
So why, though? You'd think the extra stiffness would help protect you.
But that stiffness is the problem. Rigidity is the enemy of dissipation. The shoe won't give, so it forces the tendon to take all that load. It just transfers the torque somewhere else.
Which recontextualizes that sound, that squeak on the court.
Yeah.
We hear that and we think, hustle, great grip. But physically, that sound is stick-slip friction.
And a louder squeak just means a more dangerous resistance to movement. The shoe is literally fighting the floor and winning, and unfortunately, your joint is what pays the price.
Okay, but here's the trap, right? If I'm a coach,
I
don't want my players slipping on a cut. I want zero slip. I want performance.
That is the performance trap.
Right.
We optimize for that instantaneous cut, which inherently means removing that ability to dissipate energy safely.
So it's this awful trade-off between winning the game and saving a ligament.
It might not have to be. Look at the Sprano study. This was fascinating.
Right, I saw that. They put low-friction patches on the outside of shoes.
You made them slippery on purpose, but in a very specific, controlled way.
And the result was, what was it, a 57% reduction in severe non-contact sprains?
57%, just by allowing the foot to slide a tiny fraction when it starts to roll instead of catching and anchoring.
It's the idea of a controlled failure.
Exactly. You want the equipment to fail to slip, so the body doesn't have to.
It's a total mindset shift. We're biological entities playing on these, hard industrial surfaces.
And if we don't account for energy dissipation, biology is going to lose every single time. We're engineering ourselves into a corner.
We need to start valuing that little bit of slop, that give as a safety feature, not a bug. So here's the thought for you. Next time you're watching a game and you hear that deafening squeak of sneakers on the hardwood, ask yourself, is that the sound of peak performance? Or is it the sound of a joint being overloaded? Maybe we should be cheering for the players who slide a little.
And maybe take a look at your own running shoes. If they grip the pavement like a vice, you might be the one who ends up breaking the fall.
Thanks for diving in with us. Stay safe, stay curious, and maybe let yourself slide a little.